Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called Sweeping Around by RockRat0, and here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in the grid, place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region, which in this case is a box. We have Renban lines, where digits along a purple Renban line form a set of consecutive digits in some order. So, for example, since this is a 5, this could be with, say, 4 and 3. Oops, not the color. A 4 or a 3 in any order. Or it could be with 6 or 7 in any order, or 4 or 6 in any order, and that's it, actually. Those are the possibilities for these Renbans. And that's an example of how Renban lines work. We also have German whispers, where neighboring digits along a green German whisper line must differ in value by at least 5. And I like to call them whisper 5 lines. But here's an example. Say there was a 3 here. If this were a 3, this could only be 8 or 9 because those are the only digits which are 5 or more away from 3. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, so on a German whisper line, or a whisper 5 line as I like to call them, you can never have a 5 in normal Sudoku. Because if you subtract 5 or more from 5, you get 0 or less. If you add 5 or more to 5, you get 10 or more, and none of those are normal Sudoku digits. So 5 can never be on a whisper 5 line here. Well, where can 5 be in row 3 then? It cannot be here because of the 5 in the box, can't be here because it's the whisper 5 line, can't be here because of whisper 5 line, so it has to be this cell. We can do similar things. Well, let's maybe do the Renbans. The Renbans are actually fairly, not trivial, but they're very limited. So this 5 can be with 3, 4, 5, as I said. 4, 5, 6, or 5, 6, 7. And those are the only choices. 2 can be with 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4. And we guarantee we have to have a 3 in one of those two cells. 3 can be with 1, 2, 4, 5. 4 can be with 2, 3, 5, or 6 here. And those are the possibilities. Cannot be 3 here. So this 4, because of the 3 in the row, so it cannot be with 2 anymore because it can't have a 3 guaranteed on this Renban, and then it wouldn't form a consecutive set of digits with 2. So this has to be 4, 5, and 6 here. Okay. Well, one of these then is a 5, which means the rest of the box cannot be a 5. Where can the 5 be? Actually, we should be able to figure this out. Where is the 5 in this left central box? Can't be here, can't be on the whisper 5 lines, so it has to be here. So this is 5, which eliminates this not 5, so that's 6 and 5. 6 eliminates 6 here. So if this were 7, this would have to be 6, and that's not possible, so this can't be 7 there. Where is the 5 in this central box? These are all on whisper 5 lines, and this 5 eliminates those possibilities here. So 5 in the central box has to be one of those two cells. Well, where is 5 then in row 5? Can't be here because of 5 in the box. This is a 6, and these are all on whisper 5 lines. Therefore, this must be a 5 here, which eliminates 5 as a possibility there. Where's the 5 then in column 8? Can't be here because of the 5s in the boxes. Can't be here because 5s in the rows, and it can't be on the whisper 5 line, so it has to be here. So this must be 3, 4, and 5 on this Renban. So this is 4. Okay. So we are kind of limited there. Okay, now we could probably tackle the 5 in row 1 has to be one of those 3. The 5 in row 9 has to be one of those 3. So it's not very limiting, unfortunately. So now let's tackle, since we've done the red band, we've looked at all the 5s on round Whisper 5 lines. So now let's tackle the Whisper 5 lines themselves. And what I like to do along Whisper 5 lines is, well, we know on a Whisper 5 line, what digits can be next to 1 through 4? 1 can be next to 6 through 9. 2 can be next to 7 through 9. 3 can be next to 8 or 9. And 4 can only be next to 9. So on a 1 through 4, which we consider low digits, so let's color these as low. That means they have to be next to a high digit on a Whisper 5 line. Right? This is high. And vice versa. What digits can 6 through 9 be next to? 9 can be next to 1 through 4. 8 can be next to 1 through 3. 7 can be next to 1 or 2. And 6 has to be next to 1. So, in every pair on a Whisper 5 line, you'll always have one low digit and one high digit. Well, that means in this pair, one of these has to be low. We have 3 lows in the box. That means we have 4 lows already accounted for in this box, which means the rest of the box must either be a 5 or a high digit. Well, the 5 is here, so this must be a high digit, and these must be high digits. Well, the high digit is next to a low digit on a Whisper 5 line, as I said. That must be next to high digits on the Whisper 5 line, which is next to low digits, which is next to a high digit, which is next to low, which is next to high. So, this is low. It's next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line, so it has to be 1 or 3, because it can't be 2 because of the 2 in the column. Can't be 4 because it's next to 2 unique digits. This low cannot be 3 or 4 here. So this has to be 1 with 6, 7, 8, or 9 here. That means this is a 3, 4 pair on this red band. Which means the rest of the row cannot be 1, 3, or 4. So this is 1 or 2. This could be 1, 2, or 3 because it's next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. One of these 2 digits has to be low because those are 2 consecutive digits on a Whisper 5 line. That means the rest of the column has to be either 5, which it can't be, or high digits. So these are all high digits also. This high digit is next to 2 low digits on a Whisper 5 line. This is next to a low digit, which is next to 2 high digits on a Whisper 5 line. That's next to 2 low digits, which must be next to a high digit on a Whisper 5 line, which makes this low and this high. Therefore, this is the 1, which means this can't be 1 here. These low digits on Whisper 5 lines are next to 2 unique digits. So this must be 1, 2, and 3 here. This can't be 2 because of the 2 in the column. We have a 1, 3, 1, 3 pair in column 7, which eliminates 1 and 3 in the rest of the column. So this cannot be 3. This is 4. That makes this 3. This 1, 3, 1, 3 pair eliminates 1 and 3 in the rest of the box. So this can't be 1 or 3. This must be 2. Where is the 4 in this box then? Cannot be here because of the 4 in the column, so it has to be here. And this is a low. This is low, so these must be high, which makes this low, which makes this high, which makes both of these low. We have 4 lows in row 7, which means the rest of the row cannot be low. It has to be 5 or high, and it cannot be 5. So these are both high also. High is next to low digits on the Whisper 5 line, which are next to high digits, which is next to a low digit, which is next to a high digit, which is next to low digits. So we have 4 lows in column 3, which makes this a high digit, We have 4 highs in row 3, which means these cannot be high digits. They have to be both low, which makes this a 3-4 pair. So this is a 3-4 pair. This can't be 1 or 3 because of the 3-4 pair and the 1 in the row. So this is 2, which makes this 1. This digit has to be a 2, and we have 4 lows in row 2. So the rest of the digits are all high. So these are all high. The 5s are all pink. We have 4 low digits in this upper left-hand box, so the remaining digit must be high, and this has to be a 1. So this is 3. This digit must be next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. It cannot be 4, so this has to be 3. Also, we have a 4 there. This 3 can be next to 8 or 9 on a Whisper 5 line. So this is an 8-9 pair, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the row. This is a high digit. So this must be 7. We have 4 high digits in row 5. That makes this low. We have 4 high digits in column 5, which makes both of these low and a 4 5. So it's low or 5 here. This digit cannot be 8 or 9 because of the 8-9 pair in the box. And it's next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line, so it must be 7. 7 can only be next to 1 or 2 on a Whisper 5 line. So this can't be 2 because of the 2 in the row, so this is 1, which makes this 3, which makes that 1. This 1, 2, 3 eliminates 1, 2, 3 in the rest of the row, so that's 4. This is 1 or 2 because it can't be 3 or 4. We have 4 highs in column 2, and we have a 5. That makes this a low. We have 4 lows in this lower left box. That makes this high. This cannot be 1 or 2 because of the 1-2 pair in the column, and it can't be 4, so this must be 3. This must be 1 or 2. We have a 1-2, 1-2 pair in row 7. That eliminates 1 and 2 in the rest of the row, so this is 3. This digit is next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line, so it cannot be 4. It's 1 or 2. Where's the 4 in this lower central box? Cannot be here, cannot be any of the low digits, can't be high, obviously, so it must be here. So this is 4 and a low. This 1 eliminates 1 here, so that's 2, which makes this 1, which makes this 2, which makes that 1, which makes this 2. Where is the 6 in column 3? It cannot be here because of the 6 in the box. Can't be here because of the Whisper 5 lines, so it has to be here. So that's a 6. This digit cannot be 2, 3, or 4. It's a 1, and we have 4 lows in column 8, so this must be high. We have 4 highs in this lower right-hand box, so therefore this must be low, and it can only be a 2. We have 4 lows in column 9, so the rest must be high. We have 4 lows in row 9, which means the rest of the row cannot be low. So this can't be low. This must be then a 5, which means this cannot be 5. It must be low. And the rest of the digits in row 9 have to be high. So these are high. We have 4 high digits in row 6, which eliminates high digits in the rest of the row. So this is low or 5. This is low or 5, and this has to be low. Well, we have 4 lows in this left central box. Therefore, this cannot be low. It must be high. This is a 1 as the remaining low. This 4 eliminates 4 here, so it's 3 and 4. One of these is low as a 3. This can't be 1, 2, or 3, so it must be 4, and 4 has to be next to 9 on a Whisper 5 line, so that's a 9. We need a 2 remaining in row 4. 2 cannot be in any of the high digits. It can't be here because of the 2 in the column, so this must be 2 here and is a low digit, which means the remaining digit is a high digit because we have 4 low digits now. 3 has to be in row 6, and it cannot be high digits, it can't be high digit, it can't be this digit because of the 3 in the column, so it must be here. So this is 3, which is not pink then. This can't be blue, and it's pink, so this is a 5. That eliminates 5 here, so this has to be a 5 here. And the remaining digit in this box has to be low because we have 4 high digits. So this can't be 1, 2, or 3, it's 4, which makes this 3. Let's see. 2 and 3 have to be next to 8 or 9. So 3 is next to 8 or 9 on a Whisper 5 line. So these are 8 or 9s. This 3 is next to 8 or 9s. So these 2 must be 8 or 9s. That means the rest of column 7 has to be a 6, 7 pair because of the 8, 9 pair in the column. This has to be 8 or 9. That forces this 8, 9 pair eliminates 8 and 9 here, so this is 7. This must be 8 or 9 also. Well, what are the remaining digits here? It has to be 6, 8, and 9. And we're guaranteed one of these is a 6 because 6 cannot be here. So since we know one of these is 6, this can't be 6, so it's 7, which makes this 6. This can't be 9 because of the 9 in the column. This is only next to 7, 8, and 9, 7, 8, and 9. This can't be 7. We have an 8, 9, 8, 9 pair in row 7, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the row, so this must be 7. That means this must be 8 or 9. This can't be 8 or 9 because of the 8, 9 pair in the box, and it can't be 7, so this must be 6. So where's the 6 in row 6? It has to be here. That eliminates 6 here. Where is a 6 in column 8? Can't be here because of the 6 in the boxes. Can't be here because of the 6 in the row, so it has to be here. So that's 6. Okay. Remaining digits in row 4 are 7, 8, 9. This can't be 7, so it's 8, 9. Therefore, this must be 7, which eliminates 7 here. We have an 8, 9, 8, 9 pair in column 9, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the box. So this cannot be 8 or 9. This is 7. That leaves this as an 8. That leaves this as a 6, 7 pair, but this can't be 7 because of 7 in the column. So this must be 6, which makes this 7. This 6 and 8 eliminates 6 and 8 here, so it's 9, which makes this 8, which makes this 6. 8 eliminates 8 here, so it makes that 9, which makes this 8, which makes that 9. That 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 8 and 9. This 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 9 and 8. 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 8 and 9. That leaves this digit as 9, which makes this 8 and 9. That leaves this digit as 7, and this as an 8. And we missed that one, so this 9 eliminates 9 here, so that's an 8. And that's the solution. Yeah, pretty straightforward with all the Whisper 5 clues and the Renban clues. Yeah, we just use basic, how do you say it? Qualities of the Whisper 5 lines to limit things, right? And everything goes from there. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.